Hey, Bunny Bundrick here. Happy Thanksgiving. Just kidding. It's not even Thanksgiving, and it was 105 degrees Fahrenheit today. So it's still hot outside, but I am going to make a dish tonight. I'm going to show you how to make it, and it came from my friend Charlene. Charlene is from Benton, and I was trying to remember if I ever knew a time that I didn't know her. And I think I've known her my whole life, but I'm pretty sure our parents have known each other for a long, long time. So anyway, thanks Charlene for the recipe. And so I'm gonna read. I've got the recipe right here, and I'm gonna read to you what she wrote, and I'm gonna show you the ingredients, and then I'm gonna make part of it, because this is a recipe that you have to let set for a little while, and then you have to come back to it. So, you know, when you're doing your stuff for Thanksgiving, you probably want to make this the night before. So anyway, I'll read you what she wrote, and then we'll get to it. Okay, I found my glasses so I can see. Okay, Grandma Green's cornbread dressing. This recipe is from my Aunt Jean Tedford's mother, Evelyn Green. And I think Evelyn Green is a beautiful name. Evelyn Green. There's never been a Thanksgiving I haven't made this in my adulthood. And now it starts the recipe. It says mix a 2-cup recipe per package instructions for Aunt Jemima's cornmeal mix using bacon drippings instead of vegetable oil. Okay, I hope Evelyn will forgive me. I cannot find Aunt Jemima cornmeal mix. I know they still make it. I know they're going to stop making it. But anyway, I guess if you can still get it, you should get it so it would be true to the recipe. So I have yellow cornmeal, but yellow cornmeal is not cornmeal mix. So you have to know the difference, because cornmeal mix, everything's all in there and you just mix it up. But the cornmeal, you have to add the other ingredients. And so what I read when I was trying to find Aunt Jemima cornmeal mix is Quaker owns Aunt Jemima, the company. And so I'm wondering if it's the same thing. I don't know. I'm wondering if what I have here is the same thing they put in Aunt Jemima cornmeal mix. I don't know. But anyway, so this is what we're going to do. And so this is Quaker yellow cornmeal. So I'm going to read you the recipe, and then we're going to do it. So, oh, this is the recipe for the cornbread. Okay? So it says, I have to hold it way down here. 1 3/4 cups of all-purpose flour. So we got our flour. Woo! Here's the biscuits. So, 1 3/4 cup all-purpose flour, 3 1/4 cup Quaker or Aunt Jemima enriched cornmeal, 1/4 cup of sugar, 2 tablespoons of baking powder, a 1/2 teaspoon of salt optional. I always put it in. 1 cup of skim milk. I don't have skim milk. I never have skim milk, so I use whole milk. A 1/4 cup of vegetable oil, and 2 egg whites or 1 egg. Okay, so here's the thing. The oil, we're not going to use that. We're going to use bacon grease, and I'll read that. And then the 2 egg whites or 1 egg, I always use the 1 egg. I don't like to separate. I don't like to separate the eggs if I don't have to. I don't know. So anyway, okay, so those are the ingredients, and so we're going to mix them up in this bowl. And so I'm going to kind of scoop some of this stuff, and I'll go ahead and finish reading this part though. It says, so you mix it up, you mix the cornbread up, and then to that you add celery, and you add chopped onion. So I'm going to put these over here. So once you mix it up, you're going to add that, and I've already got it up. I've already chopped up you know, it was about 1/4 of an onion, and then it was just like 1 little stalk of celery. and that's how much is in here. And it was a half cup chopped celery and a half cup chopped onion, so that's what we've got here. And then it says this eliminates having to saute the vegetables separately. So normally you don't put this in cornbread, but for dressing you need that. But instead of having to, you know, throw it in a pan and saute it, you just put it in there and it cooks up. So Eveline, that was a good idea. Okay, so you mix that up and it says bake in bacon grease cast iron skillet for 25 minutes. So I have my cast iron skillet. My mom gave this to me. I don't think my sisters care that she gave it to me. If they do, I'm sorry. Not sorry. But anyway, my mom has had this. I think somebody gave this to her when she first got married. So this is pretty old. This is the best thing I have in my whole kitchen. So here's my cast iron. And I don't know if you can tell, but I've got the bacon grease already in there because, as you can tell, I cooked some bacon. So, I was trying to remember, I think it took like maybe 5 or 6 pieces to get the bacon grease. But once you cook the bacon, you drain the bacon grease, but you still have a little bit left in there for the cornbread. So anyway, so there's the bacon, and then the bacon grease is in there. And so then you cook it for 25 minutes. It says, once cooled, crumble up in an extra large bowl. And then it says, add 3 to 4 cold crumbled biscuits, 2 to 3 slices of toasted and crumbled bread, or you can purchase breadcrumbs. Just make some toast. I mean, unless you want breadcrumbs, then buy some breadcrumbs. It's just old bread. Anyway, and then it says, without stirring, add 6 to 7 cups of chicken broth and let this set for an hour to allow it to swell up. Okay, so here is an extra large bowl. This thing's huge. I don't think it's going to take this much. I mean, take this big of a bowl, but I busted out the extra large bowl, so we're going to go with that. So I'm going to put it here. No, I don't need this yet. I don't need my extra large bowl yet. I just need to make this first. Okay, all right. I'm glad I didn't put it in the extra large bowl. So this is just a bowl for the cornbread, okay? So we're just going to put the stuff in per the package, and I've already got it. All measured out. So here is the flour, and remember we're putting all this in the flour because it's a cornmeal, and I'm only using this because that's what I had when I couldn't find the Aunt Jemima cornbread mix. I didn't get any. I thought I had some Martha White here, but I didn't. So anyway, we're going to make do with what we have, and I always have cornmeal. So anyway, okay, so we put the flour in there, and then this is the cornmeal, so you put that in, and then a 1/4 cup of sugar. Here's the sugar. Here's the sugar. Okay. 2 tablespoons of baking powder. So I've got the baking powder and the salt, a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. So I've got the baking powder and the salt in here together. So I got that, and then it says a cup of skim milk. And you know what? I forgot to get my milk back out. Let me get that. Okay, so here's just a cup of milk. Okay, so pour that cup of milk in there. And okay, what else? So, cup of milk, a quarter cup of vegetable oil. That's where the bacon grease comes in, and I've got the bacon grease already in here. Here's the bacon grease. So you just pour that in there, and 1 egg beaten. And I'll tell you, if you don't want to use the bacon grease, you don't have to, but it's not going to be Evelyn Green's cornbread dressing if you don't. So, but that's okay. You know, you might not be able to eat bacon grease. So, anyway, here's the egg. I don't know why I didn't bust it all up and have it ready. But anyway, here it is. This egg came from my chickens. Well, from one of my chickens. My chickens aren't laying right now except one of them. And I wish I knew which one it was, but they all lay in the same area, and I don't know which one it is. But I think it's just too hot. They've done this before. So anyway, thanks for the egg, whoever laid it. And so you, there's the egg. Okay. So let's just make sure we got everything. Got the flour, corn milk. You have to go over it, and that's when you set it all out, because you'll forget something if you don't. We put the sugar, baking powder, salt, milk, the bacon grease, and the eggs. And so this says to heat oven 400 degrees, and then grease 8 or 9 inch pan, combine dry, bake 20 to 25 minutes at 400. So you basically mix this up. I'm going to turn my oven on to 400. Come on. And then I'm just going to mix this up. Let me get my favorite spoon. I don't know if you have a favorite spoon. This is my mother-in-law had this spoon, and it's my favorite spoon. Anyway, so we're going to mix this all up. And then we're going to put it in the oven. And I'm not going to make you watch me for 25 minutes. I mean, I guess if you want to, you can have a bunny cam or something, which would be weird. Okay, so you just mix this all up. And then, again, it says to that add the ½ cup of chopped celery and ½ cup of chopped onion. So we're going to dump this in here. And I'm turning on my skillet because when you pour this in to the skillet, you want it to be hot. It's already kind of hot. It's just kind of warm because it's been a while since I used it. But anyway, so you just mix this up, and then you're ready to put it in your pan. I'll bring the pan over here. Yeah, I'll put it right here. Okay, so here's the greased, greased. Is it greased or greased? I don't know. Kind of like diesel or diesel. I don't know. Okay, so we'll put this over here. So all you're gonna do, make sure it's mixed up, and you pour it in here. And usually you can hear it sizzle if your pan's hot enough when you're on the stove. When it's on the stove, and and this, you know what? This isn't going to be as smooth as like the cornmeal mix, just because the nature of it. So anyway, I just kind of spread this out in the pan like this, and this is what it looks like. I don't know if you can see it. Hold it up. But anyway, oh, there it is. Crap on my computer. So, there it is. And so you put it in the oven, and "25 minutes later," yay, this is what you have. That was a trick, huh? I'm going to show you this. This is the cornbread. That's it, and you can see the onions and celery. So there it is. I'm going to take these glasses off. Well, then I can't read. Anyway, there's something, I dumped crap on there, on my Mac. Okay, so now we need our extra large bowl. So I got the honking bowl right here. And so it says, once it's cooled, and it's cooled, crumble up into the extra large bowl. So we're just gonna crumble this up, okay? So, I mean, if you've never made dressing, you might not have ever done this, you know, but I mean, you're just crumbling it up. And so, once you do that, you crumble it all up. It says to add some biscuits. And so the thing about this, it says add 3 to 4. So it's not an exact science. And that's what freaks people out sometimes. They're like, well, how much salt do you put in? I don't know. I just kind of salt it and taste it. And that's one thing that Charlene said, let's see, further down here. Oh, come on. I read, she says this. I've never made this, but I read the recipe because I had to get the ingredients. And so there were 2 things that she said that were interesting. Charlene's note, I usually put 1 serving in a greased ramekin and bake the night before to sample if I need to add more salt, etc. That's pretty smart, you know? So anyway, so you just crumble this up real good, and so basically you just got crumbled up cornbread, and I'm going to taste it. Oh, that's good. That's real good. It's kind of sweet. Because I put the sugar in. But, I mean, it won't be real sweet once we get it all cooked and everything. Okay. So my extra large bowl, I don't want to drop it. This is what it looks like. I love this bowl. I guess because it's my extra large bowl. Anyway. Okay. So, let me get back. So you do that, and then the biscuits. It says add 3 to 4 cold crumbled biscuits. Okay. This is the kind of biscuits I used. Pillsbury Grand's flaky layer. I'm not endorsing. I'm just telling you this is what I use. And you know what? I use it because that's what we have here. But I like these biscuits. And they're pretty flaky, and so so again, it says 3 to 4 cold crumbled biscuits. So we're gonna kind of just rip these apart and crumble them up like the cornbread. And I guess the thing is, until you make something, you don't know if you need to use 3 or 4. So I don't know how many Charlene uses, but I'm gonna do 3, because I don't know. You know what? Maybe I'll do 3.5. We'll cut it in the middle. So there's 1. And these are flaky. See, you can see the flakes. I like those kind of biscuits. So anyway, this is what we had for breakfast this morning because I was getting ready to make the recipe. And I told Mr. Bundrick I was going to turn on the stove, and I thought he was going to have a heart attack, which would not be good. I think we've had enough. So I'm just crumbling these up, and then after that, 2 to 3 slices of toasted and crumbled bread. And again, you can use the purchased breadcrumbs. I guess I've always wondered about people that buy breadcrumbs. Maybe it's just easier, or maybe they don't use a lot of bread and don't want to buy a whole loaf of bread, because I don't eat a lot of bread, like sandwiches. So anyway, I don't know what the deal is with that. If you know, make a comment and tell me what the answer is. Okay, that's 3. I could lose count. That's why I do it at half. So I'm going to do 3.5. And then me and Wardy will eat the other one. Okay, so crumble that up. And then you, 2 to 3 slices of toasted and crumbled bread. So, you know, more bread. So you got cornbread, you got toast, and you got biscuits. What else could you possibly want bread-wise? Okay? And so, oh, okay, so then you've got, I've got I thought I had 3 slices of bread. Oh my gosh. I think I left the other piece of bread in the toaster. Oh my word. Oh. No. Woo. Okay. I don't know. I thought I made 3. Okay, we're going to use 2 pieces of bread, of toast. That's weird. Okay. Anyway, so you just crumble it up. That lost piece of toast is going to haunt me. I'll probably find it on the floor somewhere. Anyway, okay. So I'm just crumbling this toast. And then, without stirring, so you just pour it in. Woo. The chicken broth. And so I'll tell you, I bought this chicken broth. My oven's ready. I better set my timer for 25 minutes or it'll burn. Timer. Okay. Okay, so I got all of this, and so I bought the chicken broth, and I'll tell you, you can use this, or you can use this. This is just the chicken bouillon, and they're just cubes. I don't know. I'm just assuming that everybody has used this, and that's not a good thing. So I'll show you. Oh, this is a new package, but they're these. They're little cubes, and they're all wrapped up. I'll open one. It's just a big old hunk in there. So that's what it looks like. So you can use this and you just add water. And if you get this kind, just look on the back of the package and it tells you how much water to add. I'll tell you, my experience is it tells you to add too much water. And I don't know if it's the salt again or what, but you know, follow the directions on the package. But anyway, we're going to use this. This is just already made broth. And so it says add 6 to 7 cups of chicken broth. Well, here's the thing. I don't remember opening that. I'm sure I did. Are we sure I did? I think I opened it to smell it. Anyway, okay, so 6 to 7 cups. So this is 4 cups. You can measure it if you want. If you feel better about measuring it, or if you can't remember your measurements from what grade is it you learn the math, like for cups, like how many cups? I don't know what grade it is. Maybe I should call Rachel and ask her, my niece. And anyway, if this will make you feel better, or you can't do math, that's okay. Math is hard. Okay. So there's that, and I can see the 4 cups. So this is 4 cups right here. So it says, without stirring, add 6 to 7 cups. So we're going to pour that in, and then since we got this, oh, okay. I feel better. I didn't remember removing the little thing that's in there, but it doesn't have one. Whew. I feel better because I thought somebody had been tampering. We don't want any tampering going on. So anyway, so that was 4, and this is 6 to 7. So I'm going to go in the middle. There's 2. Okay. There's about, let's see. So that was 4, and this is about 3. About 3. Anyway, okay. So if I wasn't trying to show you, I would just dump that in and kind of feel like, oh yeah, that's about a cup left. Okay, so we got that. Okay, so it says without stirring, add 6 to 7 cups of chicken broth and let this sit for 1 hour to allow it to swell up. So we're going to wait an hour and let this swell up. I'll show you what it looks like. I mean, it's already swelling up. I wish I had a better setup. Can you see that? Maybe? I don't know. Anyway, it's what it looks like. Maybe you can see it. Anyway, and so we're going to wait an hour, and then we are going to do the rest of it. Okay? I'll be back.